Trent Arkema, our VP of Marketing, is on here tonight. And he's going to be walking you through a 20-week, 4-phase Slingshot back marketing plan. This is exactly what we talked about last week. Last week, I gave you kind of the teaser, the high level. This week, we're going to get into the details. We've got 6 or 8 slides, and we're going to go through what this 4-phase, 20-week marketing plan to slingshot out of this thing looks like. And then I'm going to pick back up after Trent, and I've got what I heard from you all last week was this. You've got all kinds of strategies and tools, but we need a guide. We need, how do we implement all these? What's the order we need to do all this stuff in? So we've turned all this into a 10 vital steps to thriving guide. And I'm going to walk you through the 10 steps, and then I'm going to give you the link. It's one PDF that you can download, boom, right there, all in one spot. So with that being said, let's see if I missed anything. Trent, are you on here?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. Can you turn your volume up a little bit? It's a little bit faint here on my end, at least.
How's that sounding?
Sounds a lot better. Welcome. Thanks for joining us here, Trent.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Glad to be here. So as Colin mentioned, we're going to take you through this 20-week marketing plan. I think the one thing that you're going to get out of all of this, well, one main thing is that now is not the time to be silent and kicking back. Now is not the time to stop communicating with your current patients and with future patients, even if you are closed. And so, Colin, if you want to jump to the next slide, we'll get right into this. The first thing you should be doing as right now is if you can be doing emergency dental, you should be doing it. And you should be promoting it across all the channels that you can right now, whether that be on your website, whether that be on GMB listings and postings, whether that be on social media. That should be through paid search ads that you're doing. Right now, we're seeing a lot of patients and prospective patients using chatbots if our clients have it, and it's blowing up, both for emergency and just in general. They want to be able to communicate with the practices. And so anything you can do to get this message out, you should be doing.
If I can jump in, Trent, I've seen something that's immediately applicable here. I've seen reports from our call quality team that we have a lot of patients that are, when they finally get a hold of one of our practices, they're saying things like, I've called every practice in town and you're the only one that's open. And it's almost like exasperation from the patients that they can't find anybody to handle their emergency.
Yeah, and that's what we're seeing. So again, patients can't find a dentist. Again, these emergencies are under $200. It's cash, and so just getting that message out there that you can handle emergencies. When you handle those emergencies, again, I've seen signs on dentist doors saying, "This is how you get a hold of me." And so having that message out there is definitely a way to go. There's video now. Now we got video.
There we go.
Perfect. And so there's another side effect, a benefit of doing this too. The reviews and social proof that you can get from this is another benefit of being open and helping people that are in need right now. People are most likely going to leave reviews saying, wow, I found this dentist. I couldn't find anybody. I was in major pain, and this dentist was able to take care of me. So again, we also have, Pat Live that we've been talking about since we started these webinars that you can do for free. And then you can add that so calls aren't getting missed, and you're getting these patients in the doors when you guys are available. Another thing that you should be doing is post it on social media. Whether you're open or not, you should be able to create content and be posting, if not every day, almost every day. Again, this can be about doing emergency dental. It can be about non-COVID-19 stuff. Just make sure it's not insensitive. You can be doing this even if you're not open. You just want to stay top of mind right now. It's very important that you don't lose sight of current and prospective clients that are out there that are looking for dentists. Promoting a clean and sterile environment. Again, whether you're doing this on your website, whether if you're making videos and images of what your office looks like now, promoting how clean your office is, how you're going to treat patients when they come in, right? You're going to only see one patient or two patients at a time. You're going to text them when their appointment is ready, and you're going to have non-patients wait in the car. Anything you can do to promote that you're above whatever recommendations are out there, that you're doing more than what's required, is going to be build that trust and that confidence that they want to see you. Again, we have a letter that we've created. Again, you'll have a URL to this. We'll send this out. But these are all things you can be doing now, whether you send this out by mail, whether you're doing this via digital, getting this message out that you have a clean environment, that you care about your patients, that your staff is doing cleanings before and during and after. Whatever your staff is doing during the time that the patient is there and after they're there is paramount right now. And so that's just another thing you can be doing during this time.
Trent, we got a great idea from Dr. Griffin about taking pictures of the doctor and staff in the enhanced PPE to get the word out that we're leading the charge in infection control. I think that's fantastic.
That's just what this is talking to, right? Like anything you could do to promote that clean and sterile environment, and that patient's going to be safe, you're going to be ahead of the game with that. So those are all things you should be doing in phase one. Again, the message is not to be silent during this time. People are looking for dentists at this time, and they might not be in the immediate, but even if it's in future, you want to take advantage of that, and you don't want those practices going somewhere else. Again, with the chatbot, a lot of people think all businesses are closed right now, so they're not calling that phone number like they usually would. So they're going to your website, right, and they're finding some way to communicate with your practice, and that chatbot is a great way to do it. It's AI. It could be artificial intelligently driven. We can have answers. It can be texting. It can be live chat. However you guys want to do it, we can help you do it. But it's just paramount that you keep in communication with your clients, right, with your patients right now.
And just as a reminder, I mentioned this before we started tonight. Next week, we're going to have an expanded section around this safety and security plan. I'm going to bring some cool tools from some other folks I've talked to, HEPA filtration, stuff that you can do in your practice that is going to differentiate you as you start to craft this new marketing message coming out. So we'll talk a little bit more about that next week.
As we move into phase two and we get into, the states and government and national allowing businesses to open back up, as we find that information out, it's going to be paramount to start creating communication that lets your not only current patients know that you're going to be opening soon, but also, again, prospective patients. One, just a message that, hey, we're opening. Two, I think it's going to be paramount that you come out with, create and promote special offers. If you don't already have them, I think this is going to be key. Like, a lot of people are unemployed. A lot of people don't have insurance. They're going to need help paying for what they need. So what I'm recommending is unique special offers for both new patients and existing patients. Again, and we're going to bring those to every channel, whether that be promoting those on the website. We're going to promote them on GMB through Google Posts. We're going to do it through our paid search ad copy. We're going to do it through social media. it might even be a good idea to expand in some channels you haven't, such as podcasts with Spotify, sending out mailings to both current patients and prospective patients. One, letting them know that you're going to open soon, and two, you can combine it with these special offers that you're now creating, whether that be a new patient special, a $79 dental exam for current clients, or whether that be consultation for somebody that wants restorative at a discount price. You can see on the bottom right hand, we already have social media posts created for all of our clients doing that has a message that, hey, we're going to be open soon. When they tell us, hey, I'm around 2 weeks from opening, to having the message, social media message when they do open, another message going out saying, hey, we're open, come see us. We're the local, trusted local dentist in your area. So we're already thinking about this when this time comes, so we're ready to hit the ground running. But you need to think about what messages you're going to get out there before you even open to let people know this. And again, continuing to promote that clean and sterile environment, continuing with that social media calendar during this time. And then again, this broad brand messaging that you're going to be open soon and you're the place to go to. With that social media. So that's going to be paramount during this time. So as we move into phase 3, this is all about, when you do open. Again, we want that marketing message to go out there again. Again, we're going to continue marketing that you have special offers for new and existing patients. We're going to do that via the website. We're going to do that via Google Posts, social media. We're going to do that via Spotify. We'll put that message on chatbots if we have it. Another thing that I think is going to be important that you do during this time is expanded hours and expanded days. I think if you want to capture where people are at, you're going to have to do it on their time. And so promoting that you're open, early in the morning or late at night is going to be key. Promoting that you're open on Saturdays, I think is going to be key as we rebound from this. I don't think if you think you're going to be able to be open 3 days a week on your normal schedule, I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to get you to the revenue goals that you have for this year. And so promoting that, and again, doing mailings to both current and prospective clients. And we have all those different lists that we could mail out to. And then again, other mediums that we should think about getting this message out there, that whether that be radio, Spotify, TV. This doesn't have to be a long-term play. It could be shorter term than what we normally do, but it's going to be key to get those messages out to as many folks as we can during this time that you're about to open and that you're reopening. And then as we move out of this 1 to 2 months, it's probably going to be maybe 2 to 3 months as we experience, Colin talked about this yo-yo effect of, hey, we're going to open and then we might have to shut down a little bit. But really, when this thing, and we know what the new is, it's about getting all the pieces that we've done back and running, whether that be, your website, your chatbot, your online scheduling. We want to get back on. We want to start doing paid search full force again. We already have the videos, but we want to get reviews back out there. Right now, Google's not posting any reviews just because they don't want bad messages and negative and false messages getting out there. But when patients are coming back to you, we want to get all that stuff turned back on. Local SEO is going to be important. Retargeting. People are going to have questions. They're going to come once. They're going to do some more research, probably more research after this happens than they have ever done before. So we want to capture that audience that has come to your site and that's coming back, and making them do call the office, scheduling online, scheduling through the chatbot, and continuing all the work we've done from an organic standpoint. So really after this done, it's about getting back to what normal is, right? And we'll figure that out as we go. But having all these components running in some form or fashion is going to be key to getting you back where you were and above that as we make our way through the second part of this year. So those are kind of the 4 phases as we see them. Again, this is example of, paid search going back to what we normally promote, right? It's not necessarily promoting that you're open anymore or that you have new patient offers running. It's about what your specialty is, and making sure now everybody knows you're a dental implant expert, or you're teeth whitening, or Invisalign, or orthodontic expert. And so our paid search copy will go back to what it was before this, but there's going to be some time where the messaging is going to have to change, right? And we're gonna promote you being open, and we're going to promote the specials that you have, and we're going to promote the environment that people can expect when they come to you. And so it's really important that we time all these things correctly, and we'll help you get through that, and we'll be making sure we get the right message out at the right times. Same thing with social, right? We want to keep that branding awareness out there, and we always want that running. We always want a brand portion going. It's very cheap to do that on social, but also social media is good for promotions, right? Whether that be a new patient offer, promoting same-day care, if you have an event going. I think it's going to be a while until we can do events and seminars again. But once people are feeling comfortable again, then we can get those events up back and running, and the seminars up back and running. But I don't think that's in the near future. I think that's longer term thinking. But we're already thinking about how that looks and what it looks like and how we're going to do it when we get this thing back to running like it should be and like you guys expect it to be.
Yep. Awesome. Let's pause here and actually let's take some questions. Rita asked if there was a phase 3 slide. Yes, we actually had this slide right here was based around phase 3. And then these couple links, again, if you can't click on the links in the webinar, unfortunately, it's not clickable on your screen. We'll send these out later. So this was the phase 3 discussing continuing some of the existing strategies and some broad go-to-market approaches. What other questions do we have here for Trent? Let's see. Back through the chat here. Any marketing questions, strategy questions? Anybody have anything? What's your biggest challenge that you see reopening in marketing and attracting patients? Anonymous, should I be running paid advertising right now? Trent?
If you're open, yeah, you should be. Even if you're only doing emergencies, you should be running a paid media budget. It probably is not as big as what it was and before this happened, but you should be getting that message out there that you are open, that you are taking patients. And so, yeah, I would run paid media during this time if you could take any type of patient right now.
Teresa says, I think some people will be scared to come in. How would you answer that, Trent?
Yeah, I think that's an objection we're going to have to overcome. I think with the clean environment, the sterile environment, the message about you're taking extra steps to ensure your office is clean. You're taking extra steps to ensure that the patient's going to be protected, that all your employees are doing the right things. Again, that message about what you're doing before, during, and after that appointment is going to be a key message to get out there during this time. And so, there is going to be probably a little bit of hesitation, but it's not only. I think that's a lot of different verticals are going to experience that. So we're going to have to get that message out there through all of our available channels.
Mm-hmm. Dana asked a question about ever-changing CDC requirements and keeping up and making sure the staff feels safe as well as the patients. Yeah, absolutely. And I think I'll take that one. I think there's been a little bit of knee-jerk reaction by everybody involved in this whole thing. And as we get into this, we're going to start to see less of the ever-changing part and more stability. I know it's been a little bit crazy. We're going to talk more about some of the marketable attributes next week of helping the staff and the patients feel safe. So that'll be a couple things that we'll dive into that a little bit more next week. Amanda asked about the virtual smile assessment. Can we pair that with ads and running those when the practice opens up? Great way to deal with patience and fear. Trent, you want to take that?
Yeah, if you have any kind of virtual assessment consultation that your office is doing, I know we launched it, something like that right when this started. So if you have that on your website, you want to promote that, again, we can do that via a number of different channels, whether that be paid, social. We can write blogs about it. We can do Google posts about it. We can put links in your GMB listing about it. So there's a number of ways we can promote that. And it's a way, again, for you to connect with your patients or prospective patients if they have questions and they have that fear before they want to come into your office, right? It's a way for you to talk to them, to answer their questions, and make them feel comfortable about what is going on in your office. So pairing those two things up it can be easily done, and we can start running ads immediately, both in paid search and paid social.
Roya asked about seeing emergency patients once they run out of N95 masks. I'll take that one. I've seen some really cool sterilization systems that are sterilizing masks now. The once disposables can be reused. I can shoot you over some more information on what I've seen in the market on those. They're also going to be included in next week's presentation, showing you guys some new cool tools, so to speak, of again, back to the marketable attributes. How are you helping flatten the curve as a dental practice? How are you helping to lessen the burden of the shortage of supplies? That's a marketable attribute. So if you have a sterilization system that you can reuse these masks, now you have something that society and people at large are going to want to see.